welcome back. May 10th, National Shrimp Day. We got some nice shrimps here. I know it was just Shrimp Day last week. Actually, it was Shrimp Scampi Day last week specifically. Today's just Shrimp Day. So you do whatever you want with your shrimp today. You can fry it, you can saute it, you can whatever. We're going to do one of my favorites. It's one of the classic dishes, shrimp francaise, a little egg batter. And we're going to try to health it up a little bit by doing it with some spinach and some tomatoes we're going to add to our dish here, just to kind of make it a little healthier. I love it over pasta, but I figured today, like I've said a bunch of times, some people say, can you do some healthier stuff? Okay. So we're going to do it over some nice sauteed spinach today. Still be good either way. Alrighty, let me show you what we need today and let's get started. Shrimp francaise! Okay, for your shrimp francaise today, you need 10 large shrimp, extra large actually, we're using the colossal size, 2 eggs, salt and pepper, 2 tablespoons of finely chopped parsley, some olive oil for frying, some flour for breading, 2/3 cup of low sodium chicken broth, 3/4 cups of dry white wine, the juice of 1 1/2 lemons, some cherry tomatoes halved, some baby spinach, and 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Alright, so let's get started. Some olive oil in our pan here. Nice generous amount of olive oil we want to do because this is what we're going to fry our shrimp in. Okay, and then I just beat my eggs here. We're going to set up our little station. Now these shrimps, I took the shells off, left the tails on just because that way it'll be easier to handle. And then they were cleaned and deveined already, but you cut them a little more so they're butterflied, so they're going to open up more, so they'll be better to cook that way, okay? What you're going to do, while this is heating up, into your flour. Now I salt and peppered my flour and mix that together, okay? Shake off any excess. You want to make sure you get it into the fold, though, where you had it. And then into your egg, okay? And we'll leave that one sitting there. And we'll move on, so we'll make a couple of them so we can throw them all in at the same time to the oil. Okay, and our oil is ready. So what you're going to do is put this into your hot oil to cook, but try to open it up and sit it down so you get the inside so it becomes more flat. Just be careful when you're doing that, okay? Don't stick your hand in the hot oil. Now, it's only going to take a few minutes to cook these because shrimp cook really fast, as most of you probably know. The other thing is, too, you want to try to get really nice big shrimp because I'm sure most of you know, too, shrimp tends to shrink when you cook it. So you want to have some nice sized shrimp for this dish, especially if you're doing it as a dinner. If you're doing it as an appetizer, just a little shrimp francaise as an appetizer, I would say you could probably get away with using smaller shrimp because you're just, you know, doing something light with it. But for a dinner portion or a lunch portion, yeah, it should definitely be nice sized big shrimp. Okay? Get that in there. Let me fry these up and we'll be back when they're all fried up and on a plate. Okay? As soon as you see that they're nice and brown, flip them over if you have to make sure all the sides are done here, okay? As soon as you get them, put them on a paper towel just to drain a little bit and finish cooking up all your shrimps, okay? So like see, these are ready to be flipped onto the other side. Now, you don't have to worry about, you know, oh, are my shrimps cooked all the way through? You just kind of want to just get this brown, you know, lightly brown, crispy outside coating cooked. Because you're going to put all of these back into your francaise sauce and saute them in the pan anyway, so that's definitely going to finish cooking them through. So don't overcook them in the pan here. You just, like I said, you just kind of want to brown. As soon as you see that they're kind of brown, that's it. Out. Flip them on a couple sides. Out. Alrighty? Get those on a plate. Let's get this pan ready because we're going to use the same pan to start our sauce now. So I emptied out our oil from there, but I left all our bits and stuff, okay? So now I'm going to add my chicken stock to deglaze this pan a little bit. and my white wine. Okay, make sure you get all the nice bits off the bottom of your pan here, because that's flavor. That's what they say. All these great chefs, master chefs and everyone say, oh, scrape the bottom, that's the flavor. Okay. To our broth and our white wine, we're going to add our lemon juice also. Okay. And we're just going to let this simmer and cook a little bit. Should reduce about 4 or 5 minutes. And then what we're going to do is add our tomatoes to this. Okay. That's why I said we're going to take our franchise and elevate it a little bit with some tomatoes and some spinach, just to kind of make it a little healthier, and we'll serve it over that, so you'll have a nice healthy vegetable with that, okay? And you'll get the great flavor of this franchise, this lemony franchise sauce, okay? So we're just going to let this cook for about 4 or 5 minutes, let the tomatoes really kind of stew in there. And then once you've kind of reduced this a little bit and you have your tomatoes that are nice and stewed in there, you're going to take your spinach and dump that right in here, okay? Like I said, it's all one pan today. So put this in there, spinach. Same thing with shrimp, everybody knows. Spinach wilts down to nothing. So put a generous amount of spinach if you want to do that as your vegetable, okay? And then we're just going to cover it and let that steam down, and we'll have the rest ready to go. Something like that. Haven't made this in a long time, and I haven't done it like this with the veggies, so it's trial and error, but I think we'll do just fine. Be right back. Alrighty, and then once that's wilted down, see, it happens pretty quick. You want to take your 4 tablespoons of butter and just add them to your pan here. It's easier if you cut them up and spread them around your pan, okay? And we just want to whisk these into our sauce here. Finally, shrimp back in the pan. We're just going to cook these for a minute or two. They're already pretty much cooked through, but we want to coat them with this nice sauce and make sure that in case some of them might be still a little undercooked inside, this will definitely finish them off, okay? So there you go, shrimp franchise. We're going to coat these in the sauce, and we'll be right back with a plated lunch ready to eat. Hungry too. Alrighty, there is our beautiful finished plate. Shrimp franchise with some spinach and tomatoes. We garnished it with our parsley, fresh parsley, and some lemon slices, just to make a pretty presentation for your company, if you're having company, if you're sharing. But let's just give it a taste. See what we got here. Get some of our spinach and our tomato. It's hard to get a grip on this. Let's see. Taste the shrimp first. Beautiful, lemony. Wonderful with the spinach and the tomatoes. Oh yeah. Perfect lunch today. Nice and healthy, light little lunch. If I was doing this for dinner, I probably definitely would have boiled up some linguine to throw this over, just because I love this sauce on linguine as well. Alrighty, everybody. We did shrimp franchise today, but it's just shrimp day. Fry it, saute it, bake it, stuff it, whatever you want to do to it. Just have some shrimp today. Even just shrimp cocktail if that's all you got. Alrighty? See you tomorrow, everybody. I'm going to eat my lunch.